Good morning, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Vega. It is Monday, May 11th, and we are beginning our 8th week of remote learning. Can you believe it? This week, we are continuing with our poetry unit. Last week, we were given a study guide, and we're going to have a quiz tomorrow, going over those important words like stanza, verse, rhythm, and rhyme. And we've been going through them using our Storyworks as well. Today, we're going to focus on tone and mood. And we also are going to have a mood assignment on Storyworks on Wednesday, which I'm going to be reading the poem to you today. So, tone is the way feelings are expressed. And the way we can remember tone is it's the author's attitude towards the subject of the poem, okay? Towards the writing. How does the author feel about what they're writing? When we read a poem from the Treetops last week, we noticed that the poet was very into orangutans and showing how they are becoming endangered. Okay, so we always focus on the author's attitude. That's the tone of the poem. What is the author trying to get across to us? Okay, is it a more serious matter? Angry, humorous, playful, sad? And mood deals with our feelings, and that's what we're going to be talking about today when we go over our Storyworks. Okay, so it's the overall feeling, the feeling that you get when you read a poem. So you'll notice different moods. People might feel different things when they're reading a poem, and that's okay. So your overall feeling could be happy, frustrated, mysterious, peaceful, terrified. And again, it's you, the reader. How are you feeling? So today we're going to look at a poem on Storyworks. It's actually your Wednesday assignment. It's called A Circle of the Sun. I'm going to read it to you. I'm dancing, I'm leaping, I'm skipping about. I gallop, I grin, I giggle, I shout. My earth's many colors, I'm morning and night. I'm honey on toast, I'm funny, I'm bright. I'm swinging, I'm singing, I wiggle, I run. I'm a piece of the sky in a circle of sun. I really like this poem. And the first thing that I notice about this poem is it rhymes. I know this because I hear rhyming sounds as I'm reading it. So once you read this poem, we're actually going to go to our assignment. And our assignment is name that mood. And again, everyone has different opinions and moods when they're reading something. So, how did you feel when you read this poem? I would choose to write words like joyful, light, and upbeat because I really liked this poem and it really talks about just light beat and the words are really fun and light. And then number two, what you have to do is you have to come up with a phrase that supports why you picked that. So I would pick, I gallop, I grin, I giggle, I shout. That's really the fun and upbeat lines. Think about a poem that you would write. Now, boys and girls, number 3, 4, and 5 is really thinking about your poem because on Wednesday, too, you're going to have to start your rhyming poem on spring. Okay? So I would, for this assignment, I would focus on spring because you could brainstorm now and get your ideas together. So it could say, think about a poem you would like to write. So obviously you could write a poem about spring. First, you would be thinking of some words. I would think about butterflies, sun, and flowers when I think of spring. Then you want to think about the mood. That's number 4 that you would like to get across in your poem. I would like I would like upbeat and happy. And of course, some words that you would like to use. I'm thinking, or phrases. I'm thinking of the sun is shouting, and that's personification. So I'm going to put that in my poem. So my poem might start like this: butterflies, butterflies, all about. Time for the sun to play and shout. So that's a rhyming poem.